Good evening, amazing AIS educators. Thanks for tuning in. The purpose of tonight's video is to give you a peek behind the curtain, a heads up as to how certain decisions are made in our school, to let you know about some safety protocol updates, and to also give you permission to take care of yourself mentally. So to start all of that, I need to tell you a story about when I was in high school. I had a class as a senior where I would go to an elementary school and spend 2 periods of the day helping the teacher out. It was a track for students who were interested in primary education, in being teachers. And I remember that my cooperating teacher as a senior that day that I went, she wasn't there. And a substitute was there who could not find the lesson plans. And this 7-year-old girl, this was in a second grade classroom, she looked at me and she goes, "Oh, she's nervous," as the substitute walked around trying to find the lesson plans to figure out what's going on. And I always remembered that as an 18-year-old who wanted to be a teacher. I remember that now today because I know that students pick up on our energy, they pick up on our emotions. And as we welcome students back on next Sunday, I want you to be able to take care of yourself tomorrow, but also over the weekend. So please allow yourself rest time. Please allow yourself the ability to not have reopening rent space in your head for all of the things that you need to do or that didn't get done. Give yourself the permission to enter in with grace, knowing that full well you've got this, we've got this, and we can do it together. And try not to be that substitute teacher that was so obviously nervous. As we enter into tomorrow, which is our PD day, we're going to begin practicing some of the health and safety updates that have been added to our reopening plan. And there's been a lot of emails and documents thrown your way, so I wanted to make this clear in a video. So specifically speaking, all of our meetings, all of them, need to be virtual. And if you are seeking permission to not have a virtual meeting, that needs to come from Dr. Capono. If you have a meeting that is approved by Dr. Capono, you still need to be wearing a mask at all times and socially distancing. I have been told that this is a very strict measure. It will be something that we all honor, including tomorrow and moving forward until we're updated. So please remember, all meetings need to be on Zoom. And I am guilty of being the one who says, if you can eat outside, you can meet outside. That is no longer in effect. Additionally, we are tightening up our mask wearing protocols and social distancing. So as we travel around campus, please remember to be wearing a mask. Please remember to be socially distancing. I've been told that we are going to be so strict on mask wearing and social distancing protocols that staff members will be asked to go home if they aren't following that. So please, I know that I am guilty of walking across campus with a cup of coffee and kind of stopping and then pulling my mask back and taking a quick sip. I know maybe that's taking it to an extreme, but I want to demonstrate that I am in compliance as well, so I'm thinking about things like that. So let's just be careful that we're not removing our masks when we're in close proximity to anyone, and that we're following through with the safety protocols of mask wearing. The last thing I wanted to talk to you about tonight is decision making in our school. Sometimes, after taking all of the information, the feedback that you give us, and filtering it up the chain, what comes back down the chain is not necessarily a version of what we wanted. Now, that sort of happened in this case, but we were also listened to. And so what I want to highlight is a lot of the feedback that we received was that if we were to bring students back, it would be really nice to end a little bit early in the school day, and we were afforded that. We know we were not afforded an extra week of time to work. And I think that created a bit of a shock because I am guilty of creating yet another previous video saying I really thought that we were going to have that extra week. And we were operating off of a very dangerous assumption. Yes, I committed a suicide, that we would have the week. And yesterday, found out right around 1, 2 o'clock, times are starting to become a little fuzzy for me. And we know that you found out a couple of hours later. So there were 2 hours in which your administrative team had to prioritize communication, figure out what communication could go out, what was accurate, what was still going to be accurate. And so, yes, that uncertainty and the suddenness of the information can definitely cause angst and frustration. And I know that as I was running around, I know that you were running around. As you were trying to figure out things, I was trying to figure out things. We were trying to figure out things together. What I can say is I really appreciate your support and your enthusiasm. As I talked to some of you today, but not all, there was the idea that, yep, we're bringing students back, and yep, we really wish we had a lot of other time, but we're going to do this. And you're right, we are. We are going to do this, and we will get through this together. Also, I really appreciate that those of you who needed to express frustration came to me today and said, Brandon, I just need you to listen. I need you to I need you to be a listening ear. I need you to understand and hear me right now because I need to vent frustration. And I know that I am guilty of putting on wicked man brain. And wicked man brain is like solutions. So priming me with Brandon, just listen, really helps because man brain is like, oh, here problem must come up with solution. And that's not always necessary because sometimes you just need someone to shut their mouth and listen. So thank you for giving me that heads up as your principal to know that it wasn't a solution other than just to listen. Thank you so much for being an amazing educator. We will get through this together. We are welcoming students back on Sunday, and I know we'll be glad to see them. I know that once they're back on campus, it will all be good. This too shall pass. We will make it through it. And as always, please stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe, and if you can, hug a husky. Take care. You're the best. Bye-bye.